sir, this is one fine vehicle.
It ought to take care of the Malibu pretty easy.
Wow. The transmission's worth more than the entire car.
I mean, he got baptized by a street car. What's up, guys? So today is the day that the Mustang is going to get some transmission love. We got an AOD in this thing right now, and I've got 3 parks, 1 drive, and barely reverse, and no trans brake. So this transmission's got to come out today. My dad has gone racing at English Mountain, so while he's gone, I'm going to take the opportunity to take the Mustang over, put it on the lift, and get the transmission swapped out. I'm actually going to put a stick shift back in this car. I plan to do a little bit of stick shift racing with it this year, early this year. And there's a big stick shift race coming up called Stick Shift Wars that I really want to go to. It's something that I've been wanting to try for a while, and you know, with the Stranger Things car, I really started to like driving a stick shift car. And with this one, it's making even more power than Stranger Things, so it's going to be fun, and I look for it to be a challenge. And I like challenges. I like, you know, stuff that makes me think harder and stuff like that. So we're going to take this car over to my dad's, and we're going to change the transmission out. I think Kenny's going to help me today. He's going to come out, and Jeremy might come out, Uncle Bucko. So it should be a fun day, and hopefully we don't run into too many issues. I've got the transmission in the back of the car and all the stuff I need. I got a yoke. I think I'm gonna have to change the yoke on the drive shaft. Length should be the same. I'm not sure on the cross member yet. We'll have to get under it and see what's going on there. But hopefully it's a pretty easy swap going from an AOD to a TKX. See you guys there. So we're here at the shop, and I was going through the Mustang cleaning it out, and I found this folder, and it has all the stuff pertaining to what's done to the car. And I found this sheet. It's got everything that's done to the engine. It's a 347 with a dart block. It's got JE pistons. Pretty basic build, but it's got the same cam that was in the Stranger Things car apparently, because I found the cam card. It comes up with a Trick Flow Stage 2 just like it had. So that's pretty cool. Just going through everything and just looking at how much money's in this car. Somebody put a lot of money in this car, for real. It just needs sorted out, and it'll be a pretty nice car, honestly.
So what's the plans for today and the next couple of days?
So today we're gonna be putting a new transmission in the car. The AOD has expired. The only gear it has right now is reverse and drive. Neutral, obviously it has neutral, but park, it kind of drags reverse and park for some reason, and then first and second are like 2 extra parks. So like I tried to downshift from third into second the other day, and it acted like it wanted to go into park, and it revved up real high, and it almost sent me through the windshield. So I was like, oh, not doing that again. I talked to Dion, and he said he could fix the transmission, but I don't think that transmission is going to go back in it. I'll probably sell that AOD, and I'm planning on putting a TKX in it. Uncle Terry hooked me up at Jegs, a new TKX, and I got the bell housing, I got the clutch cable, I got the clutch fork.
I feel like Tony's slightly rubbing off on you.
I should have everything I need. He might be a little bit, but there is a race coming up called Stick Shift Wars that I want to do, and that's really the only race I care about doing with this car. Might do a little bit of grudge racing. I'd like to race the Malibu and beat it again with another stick car. And other than that, I'll probably do a giveaway on it when I get it to the point where I feel confident in that it's a nice car and I'm not selling somebody some junk. So that's the plan. Gonna put a TKX in it, do 5-speed stuff with my 5-speed friends.
Have you ever driven a turbo stick car?
No, but I've driven a nitrous stick shift car.
Right.
I don't know. It spools up really fast, and the turbos stay lit pretty well. So I think honestly, I'm gonna try to power shift this transmission. It should do it, but if it doesn't, I can shift it really fast without power shifting. I did that with the red car, and you could barely even notice that I wasn't power shifting near the end when I started to get decently good at it. So I really don't think it's gonna be too much of a problem with it being turbo, since it's twins and they're real small. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that it's got like a really weird boost controller that I'm not used to, and I'll have to figure that out. I'd really like to do boost by gear. That way I'm not making the same boost that I'm making in high gear as I am in first. If I can't figure that out, I might have to just try to control it with some ignition timing. But that's stuff I'll have to line out in the future. But for now, we just need to get this transmission in there. So this is a dyno sheet from Dyno Jet Research, Adrenaline Automotive. I'm not even sure where that is, but the car made 703 and 593 torque. So that's pretty good power, honestly. And
Does it say how much boost?
it doesn't say how much boost it was on. I wish it was written down here somewhere.
Probably like 15, 20 pounds.
I mean, I know what injectors it had in it, and they could never push it past like 15 or 16 pounds. So now it's got Bosch 210s in it, I should be able to push it to around 25 to 30 pounds pretty easy, as long as I don't blow the heads off of it.
This is one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Might need to throw it on a charger.
Is that
It's
Mark's
got a-
light?
Yeah.
Dad took all the lights with him to Tennessee, so.
And then I got this one who's to Milwaukee, so. But if you put it on a transmission stand behind you and shine it up.
Oh, that'd be nice. I gotta go get some brake clean. This thing's a filthy pig.
Yeah, I gotta run up there to Mark's too. I got 2 calipers to take back.
Yeah, we're getting ready to head there.
Gang team up on him.
Yeah. Double team him.
Chumpy's going down.
I would hope he's got brake clean. I'm sure he does.
Oh, your dad might have bought him out.
It's
They go
possible.
through, like,
He might
5
try and sell you
cases.
his
They
new
go
rags.
Case a day. Case a day.
Every time I come here in here, it smells like brake cleaner.
It's Kenny Powers.
Brake cleaner and paint.
Yes.
Aerosol cans.
Never ending.
They were gonna toss it out the trash.
It's got a little bit of water splash on it, but it ain't gonna hurt anything.
Yeah, it'll be fine. This came out of the white car originally, but it's too heavy for Tony. So he wanted to get a aluminum flywheel, and then he proceeded to warp the shit out of it the first time he raced it. And then he put a billet steel lightened flywheel in it. So I've got this heavy steel one I'm gonna put in it because I have it and it doesn't cost me nothing.
You didn't get a titanium one?
No. What's up?
You just missed Addy by like a
Who?
couple minutes. Addy.
Oh, what motor was that?
How's your knee?
I got a shark bite, but I'm alright.
That's good.
DLX.
Glad you're walking again.
Yeah, it's probably the first day I've really walked.
Four-wheel
So
drive or two?
I'll say I seen your picture of you sitting on the couch. I was
Yeah.
like, man.
there's been a lot of that recently. I'm happy to be out of the house. Where's Mark?
Mark just left.
Darn it.
I need some brake clean and Case of brake clean and some floor dry. Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close. I'm hoping that
No Mark today, Jeremy.
Down the track.
What?
No Mark.
Where is the slacker?
He left
What?
a couple minutes ago.
What a chicken.
Come back.
leaving early. What's going on?
What? I'm working. Well, I was trying to leave because I heard he was coming. So I left, but now I had to come back because you guys.
Because you
showed up.
forgot something.
I did forget something, but I heard you guys were here too. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have come
You
back.
forget
so.
your parts, what parts you're looking for.
What?
Nothing?
No. What? So, what? How's the leg?
I'm okay.
You doing
Still
all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still legging.
Is he? Yeah.
It's the first day I've really actually like walked. I've been stuck in the house for a week.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not fun, but that's good. I'm glad you're back up and about. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. You'll get healed up. You're young.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Where's the free donuts?
I don't have donuts
Saturday.
today. This is no donut Saturday.
Donut day.
You
Is
didn't
there
tell me that.
actually a free donut Saturday?
Yeah.
There is.
Really?
There is. Every once in a while. Yep. I don't send out invitations. If you don't show up and they're here, then you don't get any.
You didn't
So-
even bring any today.
No, I didn't.
What
'Cause
kind
it's
of
not
donuts? Krispy
pre-Saturday.
Kreme?
What's that?
What kind of donuts?
No, they're a place in Cambridge, Kennedy's Bakery donuts.
Oh, okay.
They're very delicious.
If he ever brings them in.
Damn, it'd be nice to have some.
Well, it probably would be, but not today. Sorry.
Don't worry. Even when he does get them, I don't get any of them.
Yeah.
They're all gone by the time I
Warranty
get
can.
here.
What? You,
Right here.
well, what are we going to do with that?
Well, the alternator's on the Suburban out there.
Right. But you know the deal.
Yep, it fits in there.
No, it doesn't. There's no way. That does
Oh,
not
no, you
fit.
don't.
It,
Always in the
oh,
can.
technicality.
Try my nuts.
It's technically in the can somewhat.
Oh,
Yep. See that?
I swear.
My nuts.
Yes. So I guess I got to warranty it.
Well, they ain't even
So-
mine, so.
What?
What?
That's Williams.
Oh, yeah, that's the warranty can. We have an agreement. Anything he needs warranted, it's got to fit in that can.
I didn't need
So-
these.
Well, that's good because they won't fit in that can either. So
I'm gonna get a 55-gallon bucket and I'm gonna have someone make me that label and I'm gonna glue it to the
Yeah, all right.
55-gallon
well, we'll see.
can.
And
And
then
then
set it out back.
I'll just bring it out here with a 2-wheel cart.
We'll put a lid on it. You can set it out back. You're not going to field repair it. You're not going to do it in a parking lot.
No,
All right.
enough field repairs
think
for
you
this
should.
weekend.
I want my alternator back. So.
He already had to come out to my house last night because the C10 wouldn't start on me.
Oh, it wouldn't?
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't start
was-
this morning either.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I got
Operator error, I guess.
Is it
I
really?
got it fired right up.
I can be a witness. He couldn't get it started. I don't know why.
I pumped and pumped and pumped. And
I think he got it warmed up for Jeremy once, you know.
We should have had some starting fluid. Oh, you
Don't
used it
give
the
no
last time.
bright ideas.
What kind of pro mod do you think that is? It's supposed to be a daily.
Yeah.
it should fire right up,
Well,
honestly.
it
I think
should.
it needs fuel injection. Maybe that would help.
Well, you know. It could.
You're making your dad's blood boil here in a minute.
This thing's got these new radial slicks. Jeez, these are old.
This thing leaks so much oil. It's ridiculous. I don't even know where it all comes from. I think it's from the valve covers mostly. It's got to be them valve covers leaking.
Mm-hmm. It's all over the place.
I mean, it's an easy fix, but you got to pull the upper intake off to get the valve covers off. Look at this. This is nice. I don't know what that is, but it looks like the starter wire. It's not good. Gotta fix that. It's literally the starter engagement wire. It's just exposed, almost cut in half.
What the hell's this?
That's the downpipe for the wastegate. It's got precision wastegates on it.
Oh,
I don't really understand how they're controlling boost when the top of the gates aren't hooked up to anything.
it gave wastegates a whole new meaning.
Well, if there's nothing on top of the gate, then there's no way to put extra pressure on the gate. And that means it's just on spring pressure all the time, but I
Oh,
doubt it's
gotcha.
just on spring pressure all the time. doesn't look too bad. Definitely some metal in it, but maybe it can be fixed. Definitely smells a little
Smell
burnt.
it.
Definitely smells a little burnt. Same cam. I don't know what size the heads are, but assuming they're a little bit bigger than 170s. Yeah, that was like the last thing.
You know, I went through this whole deal yesterday. I was thinking, okay, we got everything. We got everything. But I never thought about it. Pilot bearing makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Take an automatic out, you gotta have a pilot bearing. I never thought about it.
Happens to the best of us.
I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you bringing it, man, for real. It's the stage 2 trick flow.
542, 339, 352.
It's got JE pistons. I don't know what crank it is, but it's a 4340 forge crank.
That's cool. That's 224, 232, 107,
Yeah.
117.
I was trying to figure out the loop stuff, but it's not really clearly stated. But I mean, I can go back and look at what TrickFlow's website says.
Yeah.
I think it's on like a 112 or 113.
I was fixing to say, I bet it's on a 113 or something like that.
But it should sound pretty good once I get it dialed in. The red
Yeah.
car sounded good.
Yeah.
This one just sounds flat, but it also idles at like 1100 RPM. And my red car didn't sound very good at 1100 RPM either. So if I can get it to idle real low and not die, and
Well, that camshaft, I mean, camshaft with that specs right there, I'd be able to idle at 750 RPM.
it should.
Yeah, it should idle at 750.
That's how Stranger Things was. I'd
Yeah.
set it like 750 to 800, and it would sound perfect.
Yeah. I wonder if it's got something to do with the automatic.
Yeah, it's
how-
like you kick it into gear and it would die real bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I bet you, just going to the 5-speed, I bet it drops the RPM. I bet because the transmission was going south on you anyway. Maybe it might have had an internal vacuum leak on it, and there you go. That's why it would idle high.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you told
Would
me yesterday
surge.
was scary.
What'd you
What?
tell him yesterday?
He's coming up to a stop. You just put it into second gear and it locked the rear tires out.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like I put it into first gear from a 80 mile an hour roll or something. It was just, yeah, it was like I money shifted it. We get a pry bar in there.
Let it down some.
I let it down just a little bit more.
You bet, no problem at all. No problem at all.
Thank you, Terry.
Probably see it in there.
All right.
That's got that sticker, but I don't know if I believe that. I've never known Rosser to use a factory Ford case on anything. A weird transmission.
What makes it weird?
Well, it's got like it's got this weird Ford technology. It's got like a double input shaft, and the one in the middle is like hollow. So then you can slip the converter at different rates, and then you can lock the converter, overdrive
that?
the switch. So if you pull this converter out, you can.
Yeah.
Might as well pull it out. AODE. So this was put in a couple years ago. I'll take it to Dion, let him look at it and see if he can fix it up. Like I said, first and second were acting like park. Reverse was dragging in park. Neutral was fine, and then drive was fine, but that was it. And it had no trans brake, so from the day I got it, it was messed up. I don't know if it used to be a good transmission and they just neglected it. I know when I got it, it didn't have any fluid in it, so that could have been part of it. And the drain plug was stripped out of the pan, so it's got a nice deep pan on it, but
What's the advantage of a deep pan?
well, when you get the pan deep like that, it gives you more fluid capacity, and it puts it kind of more in the air. That's why it has these cooling fins, so it keeps the fluid a little bit cooler.
Oh, I got you.
The more fluid you have, the cooler the fluid is. And the lower you get the pan, the more it hits the air.
Interesting. You learn something new every day. I do, at least.
Hear that? Look, something's rolling around inside it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Bet you take that pan off, you find a chunk of something.
The fluid smelled terrible. This flex plate is freaking ovaled on some of the holes where verter bolts were loose. That one. That's not good. It needed to come out anyway, because verter bolts were loose. Transmission's acted up. Time for something different.
Kenny Powers here has a Jack's Wax. What do you got there? Product review.
Metal polish.
Metal polish?
It takes a little bit.
Wow. Look at that. That's neat.
Takes it to a chrome finish.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Look at Kenny doing the product reviews.
Stuff looks amazing.
Very nice.
So much simpler.
Let's see what this drive shaft's about. Crazy ass drive shaft. Hey, that's okay, because we got a different yoke. We were prepared. So, we got to change this yoke out. We got to change this U-joint as well. So, doing that now. The AOD has a, I think it's a 28 spline, and then the TKO has a 30 or 31 spline. And this one's a billet yoke, so it ain't gonna twist. Get in here with some pliers, get the snap rings out. Should be able to pry those out of there, I guess. Or knock them in enough that they come out.
Hang on to it. Just don't hit your hand.
I'm scared. I remember Tess and Tony had a hell of a time doing this for some reason. It is nice and warm in here.
Yeah. Don't freeze at Buckeyes.
Hey, I thought you didn't like Fords. You got a Ford sign.
Like Henry's Fords. After Henry died, it all went downhill.
Sounds just like my dad. In goes the 5-speed. Put our bell housing on. Spec clutch. Flywheel. Separators in there. Put fluid in the trans before we put it up in there. It's easier. And see how it goes.
All right, so I went and had dinner, so I've been gone a couple hours, but you guys got the transmission in. Sounded like it was pretty easy, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Like, the drive shaft was the right length. All we had to do is change the U-joint and the yoke. The cross member was right. We didn't have to mess with the cross member at all. It was all the same lengthwise and where it was at. So really the hardest part was just putting the... We had a flywheel that we had taken to shop and had ground down and made flat and basically serviced the flywheel. And so when we did that, we took the pins out of it and put them back in the wrong holes when we were done. So we were trying to fight the clutch, putting it on the flywheel. So we figured out pretty quickly that we had the dowel pins for the clutch in the wrong holes. So we changed that around, and then everything else went smooth, like really smooth. So
now you got the shifter.
I got the shifter in, I got the clutch cable on. It's somewhat adjusted. I'll probably check it one more time now that I've depressed the clutch a little bit and see where it's at. I didn't feel like putting this in yet. It's got the stock quadrant in there. Right now it's plastic and has the teeth on it. I'll probably change this out at some point, but I just want to see if everything's right now. It was just easy to hook it up the way it was. I'll probably change that out eventually, but for now that's just how it's going to be for the first little test drive. And I'll probably put the interior back and we'll go for a drive. Starter sounds off. So I'm gonna have to do a little starter shimming apparently with that new bell housing. Doesn't sound like it's engaging all the way or something. So I'll probably have to do that, but it's fine for right now. Take it for a test drive.
The wheels were spinning when you were in neutral. I don't know if that's normal, but
yeah, it is. I'll do one more clutch adjustment too. So found the oil leak, or what we hope is most of the oil leak. It's got these AN adapters with the valve cover fittings, and they were loose, and one of them, the rubber was all chewed up. So I think that's what most of the oil leak was, hopefully. And Bucko is in there fixing it now, so hopefully we'll get that taken care of and no more smokies inside the car. All right guys, so we got the 5-speed swap completed. I got the clutch adjusted. I drove it around just a little bit that night before, after you left, and it was awesome. The only problem I had was I burnt number 1 plug wire again, so we came back the next day. Me and Jeremy fixed that. It just burnt through the boot just a little bit, so we put a new boot on it, ready to take it out again. I think we've got the plug wires routed a little bit better now so they don't get too close to the header. But yeah, we're gonna make our first test drive with the 5-speed and see how it does.
it did snow overnight.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of good weather to work with, so we're probably not gonna be able to go super hard on it because the roads are a little bit damp, but we'll be able to drive it around and just see how it's gonna act. Hopefully all goes good.
like it gets out of its own way a lot easier.
Oh yeah. This thing before with that converter slip and that transmission, it was just a dog.
It felt gutless.
That was like not even quarter throttle.
Right, yeah, no, it feels like it had no resistance right there.
Yeah. It's gonna be quick. I'm still working on the tune. You know, it's not perfect by any means. But we're slowly, you know, it was hard to even drive it around just because of the transmission before to be able to tune it. So. Whiff of oil burning on the exhaust from all the oil leaks.
I smell it.
IAC gets stuck a lot. Probably need a new IAC. Every time you rev it, it like goes higher and it just sticks. running on all 8. So.
Well, you made it back.
Yeah.
It smells a little hot.
Oil. God, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, way faster. This thing is retarded.
Wow.
I mean, I know the roads are damp and the tires are shredded, but still, like, it's fast.
We just got to take the turbos to Jags and get them filled up.
Yeah, we need more turbo fluid.
I learned a long time ago.
That's a fine Scud missile you got there, Junior.
I've never been more terrified. The whole steering wheel is like past
Oh,
40 mile an
no.
hour.
I'm gonna take it to Lucor and let them straighten it out, I think, this week. I gotta get valve cover gaskets on it. It's leaking oil so bad.
Yeah. It's
It
very stinky.
stinks.
Very stinky.
It does stink.
If people could just imagine the stink right now.
Mustang.
Mustang. It's fast as hell though. Like, I can hardly even get full throttle in it. It's just all over.
Well, look, he's on radial slicks and the roads are half wet, so don't let him fool you. I mean, it makes good
70
power,
was
but
dry. The only gear I could get it to hook in was 4th rolling on 70 at like 70 mile an hour roll.
I was terrified your GoPro was going to fall off the whole time because every time we'd get on it, it was shaking the whole car. Like a damn big tire car.
We're going 100.
Oh, you can't say that. Bleep, babe.
Well,
You have to
he's
bleep
not
that.
gonna put that in.
He's gonna put it in.
No, you can't.
Well, just so happens we've got the perfect sign.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, we got that in Gatlinburg for Uncle Buckwheat.
It really belongs in your place.
Yeah. I'll own it.
It's like a trophy.
Hey, that transmission shift's really nice, super smooth. I'm really happy with the 5-speed deal.
The transmission's worth more than the entire car.
I mean,
No, there's some shiny spots.
honestly, like the engine though is really nice. There's 8, 9, 10 grand in the engine. It's just, the turbo kit is kind of a pain in the ass to work on. It's got oil leaks. You know, it's had issues with burning spark plugs, spark plug wires. It's just, it needs some TLC.
It's your typical Ford problem.
It needs some
So
of the
I
interior
happen to
put back.
notice, like, when you're going up the freeway, the hatch is going.
Well, it's not shut. I got to get a screwdriver out and turn it. 'Cause it's like half open, half shut, so it's not locked.
No keys necessary.
Yes, sir. This is one fine vehicle.
It ought to take care of the Malibu pretty easy.
Uh-oh. You might be going down there, Malibu guy.
Not to this pile of shit.
You and your zone alternator.
You had a nice Mustang that let's just leave it at that. You had a nice Mustang, and it took you. It's the only reason that fucking outrun my car is because I tuned it.
Yeah, this guy has to put a 421 in his car just because he doesn't want to get beat again.
No. No.
Little does he know, Stranger Things could probably still hang. And this thing's 10 times faster than Stranger Things.
This thing's a pile of crap.
Stranger than stranger.
It needs a little work.
You could light my Malibu on fire and roll it down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for this.
That hurts.
Ever.
Yeah, you can't fit a sofa inside.
It's a tool.
Oh, it's a tool.
All it is a tool. I sense I'm being kicked out of the shop already.
Again.
I've worn out my welcome. Oh, hey Dad, didn't think you'd be home so soon. Hey, the plug wire didn't burn. So that's a
Like
plus.
normal teenage to 20-year-olds throw parties when their parents leave. You just drag fucking Mustangs home and ruin the shop.
The shop. Actually, I'm pretty impressed. The shop's pretty clean. Kenny must have been here while you were doing it.
Nope. I cleaned it off.
Did you really?
I did. The only thing I figured you'd bitch about was the transmission sitting there on the ground.
No, I'm not complaining about anything. It just stinks in here.